Well, this is Brett Benetti at ringside. I'd like to thank Christo for the fair warning. So we're back in commentary position right now, but we're loving our action here at the Muay Thai Grand Prix. Joining once again at ringside is the 4-time world champion in Kaylee Reese. She's had a burger, so she's very happy. And we look at the fireworks as Stephen KIRK makes his way into the Muay Thai Grand Prix ring. Looking forward to this one, Kaylee.
Yeah, it should be a great fight, fighting someone from Adelaide. So it's nice to have an interstater back in WA on a fight show. It's been a while.
We've seen him in the Muay Thai Grand Prix. I remember watching his fight in 2019. It was for the WBC lightweight state title against Max McVicker. He did lose that fight, but it was a good one.
And obviously training in his new gym under Gav's gym now. So he's just recently changed from Legends. Yeah, he was at Legends previously, and now he's at Gav's gym. So new gym, fresh start.
He just wanted to say G.
That's right.
And here comes his opponent, Doug Lloyd, and he's a new trainer, and well, since probably May last year, I believe. He's a new coach and trainer at Team Pinky in Muay Thai in Adelaide as well. So obviously they welcomed him, and he believes they're a good addition to their team. But he had to pass fight against Nick Keros as well in November 2018. That was an entertaining fight, as you'll probably remember as well, Kaylee.
Yeah, great fight. And
look at him dancing.
Yes, such a good addition to Team Pinky too. Pinky's a great guy, very well known in Australian Muay Thai, and has that really traditional Thai style about him.
I love that. Love when the fighters come out dancing to their music and putting on a show for the crowd. I love good entrances. He's really draped up there, isn't he? And very interesting walkout music, I must add.
It sounds a bit Thai to me. I think it might be Thai.
We think it is, but I'd have to totally agree with that. Well, yeah, I don't understand a word that was on.
No, it's definitely Thai. I think Pinky would probably understand it. He speaks pretty fluent Thai and he's married to a Thai, so it's probably his choice.
Thank you, Christo. And Bill Seth, our referee for this one, and he had the honour. And we'd like to congratulate WBC Hall of Famer now in Tiana Cavalier. Tigger, very well deserved.
Very
Quite
well
a bit of
deserved.
history in doing that as well, Kaylee.
Yeah, very well deserved. Tiana's like a bit of a pioneer for women's Muay Thai. She's been around a long time, and obviously now she's transitioned from fighter to referee and judge. So yeah, she's definitely one of the females who everybody knows, you know.
Yeah, so again, I've obviously been part of the commentary team for the Muay Thai shows around Perth, especially the Muay Thai Grand Prix, and seeing her in action as a referee, so she's very good at it, and obviously her knowledge of the sport as well, being a pioneer. But yeah, we'd like to again send a big congratulations to Tiana Cavalier, WBC Hall of Famer.
First Australian, so congratulations, Tiana.
Exactly, so magnificent. And again, Bill Seth was very happy to be able to present that to her as well. But these guys onto the action here, the Muay Thai Grand Prix. Stephen KIRK in the blue, taking on Doug Lloyd in the red. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting fight, this one. And they're looking for Paddy Golden, our doctor. We can't start without him, but I reckon he's enjoying a burger.
No, he's not enjoying a burger. He's actually gone out to stitch someone up, I think. He said to me before, do you think I've got time to go stitch someone up? I said, you're pretty good, Paddy. See how you go.
He is good at what he does. But while we're waiting for the doc, we'd like to thank our sponsor of this fight. Once again, it's Balm Tattoo. You can find them at 47 McCoy Street in Myrie, or go to balmtattoo.com, or like them on Facebook. That's the better thing to do. Find them on Facebook, like them, and you'll get all the information from Balm Tattoo. But again, once again, thank you for being on board for the Muay Thai Grand Prix. It is very much appreciated, and I'm sure that the fighters and the fans appreciate it as well. Dr. Paddy's back where he should be, and looking forward. Again, we've got the Bill Sethers really to get things underway. Carly spotted that the dog isn't in yet, but we'll just have to wait. I thought he was. I was just assumed because he's ready to get the action underway. He'll be back soon. He's doing his job. Safety is paramount here, especially at the Muay Thai Grand Prix.
He's wanting an early night. He knows that he has to stitch him up afterwards, so he's trying to get as much done as he can now.
Doctor, we have a doctor in the house. Dr. Paddy Golden, very good at what he does, been doing the combat sports circuit for many years. Very well trusted. Part of the member of the AMA as well. There's always arguments about combat sports, but he's a member of it, so I'd rather take his advice over
Yeah,
others.
definitely.
They're giving Dr. Paddy Golden the glove. We're also asking to hurry up because we're looking forward to getting this underway again. But again, it gives us an opportunity to talk about our main event that you and I are going to be calling, Kaylee. It's for the WBC International Super Middleweight title. David Penapede taking on George Mann. Really looking forward to that one.
As we were saying before, when George fought Stephan Lottering, a lot of people thought, I think Stephan Lottering was going to be a little bit too aggressive for George, but George really did prove that he is that stronger and more skillful fighter, and I just think he raised the bar that little bit more for himself. So
proves he belongs.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this fight.
Of course, our co-main event, Chris Watt from the Legends Academy taking on Riley Anastas from Riddlers. It's going to be a good fight as well.
Yeah, Chris is a little bit more experienced, but Riley's always active in the gym, and he's a hungry young fighter, and he just wants to step up and fight whoever Daz puts in front of him. So even though Chris has got more experience, Riley's ready to go.
And again, we've got another title coming up ahead of that as well, as WBC state title, super featherweight women's division. Tiffany Lamb taking on Shariah Lee Rex.
Now, I have a feeling Shariah didn't make weight for the fight, so I think if Tiffany wins the fight, she can keep the belt, but if Shariah wins the fight, she can't keep the belt.
And that's fair enough.
That's my understanding at the moment, anyway.
That is 100% correct. You have to make weight, so it's seen as a bit, you would have known it as well. I'm not sure how many fighters you come across if they miss weight or not, but you as a fighter probably would have seen it as a massive insult and unprofessional as well if you don't make weight.
Yeah, well, I had for my first Australian title fight, or maybe my second one, my opponent weighed in 4 kilos overweight in Melbourne.
That's disgraceful.
So it was, if I won the fight, I got to keep the belt, but if she won the fight, she just won the fight and didn't have the belt. So it was a big weight difference there, 4 kilos, and I definitely felt it on the night too. So
credit for you to take the fight, even though you didn't have to, but you're a fighter.
I was there already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So again, I just see it as a massive it's a bit different story, but they just miss it by a smidge, and you try hard, but not when you miss weight that much.
And I think with the new rule in WA too, now we've just got the one weight. One way in. If you don't make weight,
then the 3 fight shows, and I've seen it myself. So you're going to get one shot,
that's
and that's
2 hours, and you're out if you don't make weight. So
I still think there's a better system, but I think probably we'll discuss it further as we go along. I think there's a better system they can come up with. But here we go, round 1. We're underway. The doc is back. It is Stephen KIRK taking on Doug Lloyd. Of course, Doug Lloyd in the red, Stephen KIRK in the blue. Very tentative start to begin with. We've seen a couple of fights that have been going right at it from the opening bell, but this is more tactical so far. I
think also too with the 5-3s, they do like to warm into the fight a little bit more. And these two are Thai stylists too, so they do tend traditionally stick to that slower start.
Yeah. There was one of those fights that was scheduled for 5. They basically went in and went, wow, take a breath. They're settling into this one quite nicely, aren't they?
Yeah, just really taking time to pick their shots, make sure that they've got the right distance.
A couple of good hand shots shown by KIRK, but returned nicely with a leg kick by Lloyd. Overhand right by Lloyd. Inside leg kick by KIRK. Nicely checked there by Kirk after that kick thrown by Lloyd. Goes up high. It's been a bit of a serve and return so far in the opening stanza, Kaylee.
Yeah, definitely. Both boys obviously trying to find their range. Pretty similar in the way that they look. Their body types are pretty similar too.
Yeah, no real advantage as far as height and reach that we can see.
Just really kick for kick at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Nicely checked there by Kirk. Front kick to the body. Nicely done, Stephen Kirk.
Stephen's only had 14 fights, and he fights quite well beyond that. I think, like his technique and power and everything. You'd sort of generally see that in someone with about 20 to 25 fights. I think he really fights well for 14 fights.
And that's around the experience that Doug Lloyd has.
Yeah, they're both very good. I know Stephen's fought a couple of really good ties too, and those kinds of fights really make you that better fighter. They allow you to pick your shots a little bit better against ties. They sort of don't tend to rush fights ties, so he's probably gained a lot of experience in those kinds of fights too.
Coming to the end of round number one. Very tactical battle opening stanza, and both very respectful at the end, and yeah, tough round to score. So we see Gavin Fuller in the corner for Stephen Kirk, the co-promoters along with Darius Douch, putting on a great show tonight at the Muay Thai Grand Prix here at Curtin Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. Yes, we've got the fights, and it's the first event for the Muay Thai Grand Prix in 2021. They have not disappointed. It's been a great card so far. We've got plenty to go. Including that main event that Kaylee and I were just discussing while we're waiting for Dr. Paddy Golden to get to ringside. We'll be talking more about that very soon. How did you see that first round, Kaylee?
That was pretty even, that first round. They were both sort of just picking their shots, finding their range, and making sure that they knew both what was going on with each other, I suppose. It was pretty even.
As a judge, when you see those even type of rounds, what do you think separates when scoring? Because they don't usually score a 10-10 round, for example.
I think if you're a judge looking at that, you'd have to probably score on who, I guess, was controlling the fight a little bit more, who was throwing the shots that had more power.
Power of elimination, basically.
Yeah.
Because again, we were talking about it during that first round. It's like, you know, Stephen Kirk would throw a kick. Doug Lloyd would throw a kick in return.
Very
it was
similar,
basically
yeah.
a similar sort of styles, and it was a very, you know, tentative start by both fighters, looking for those openings. So wasn't too much movement. They were basically standing in front of each other for a lot of it.
Even just a small thing, like when the round's really close like that, just a small thing like even just one dump can really separate the two fighters and make that.
One happened at the end of that round as well, so
exactly.
that could have been the difference.
I think Doug looks like he has a little bit of blood coming out of his nose at the moment.
I didn't see where that actually got through. We saw a couple, but I thought they were blocked pretty well, so maybe one did actually get through, quite obviously. Might have been a straight elbow we missed. This is round two of the 10th fight of the Muay Thai Grand Prix between Stephen Kirk and Doug Lloyd.
You can see Doug likes to move forward a little bit more than Stephen. He's fighting more on the back foot, but still scoring on the back foot too, which is what we have to remember. You still can score when you're on the back foot, even though you're moving backwards. You can still utilise your kicks and punches really well from that position as well.
Southpaw stance for Stephen Kirk. Again, another return serve, kicks. But one up for Stephen Kirk during that stanza.
You can see Stephen's gone southpaw now, and he's attacking the back leg of Doug Lloyd, which is the leg that's a little bit more unconditioned than the front leg.
Yeah, switching stance again, so look for that. think that's aimed to confuse the opponent or just keep them on check?
I think it just confuses them. They're not too sure what to throw and when. If you keep changing a lot, it does tend to confuse your opponent.
It's a nice start to the round 2 for Stephen KIRK.
I'd really like to see Stephen, when he leans back out of the way of those kicks, to actually counter with something else, so it's not a wasted evasion.
It's Doug Lloyd that's basically pressing forward at the moment, as you stated, Kaylee. But again, Stephen KIRK fighting well, going backwards. There we go, the first clinch of the fight is, I think. Don't remember seeing one in round 1. Stephen KIRK trying to throw Doug Lloyd off, but he ain't going anywhere.
He's got that good underarm lock. You can see his gloves are locked in around underneath his waist there. It's really hard to get out of that kind of
gets what he wants in
lock,
the end.
yeah. That's where he needs to fire back like he just did then. Scored straight off it.
Nice there, work there by Lloyd. As we say that, nice work by KIRK, landing a couple of kicks and punches. Switching stance to southpaw again. We hear the clap for a 10-second until the end of round 2. There's a nice jab to finish the round by KIRK as well, so right timing. Puts his arms up and he's happy with the work he did in that round, and I've got to agree with him.
He's happy with his work, yeah. He's definitely on the back foot, but he is scoring on the back foot too. It just depends what the judges are looking for. If they don't like that backwards movement,
they see that the control's
coming from the red corner, then they'll go with the red corner because he is scoring as well. So
correct. Now ring girl takes a quick look at Stephen KIRK on the way through. Again, big thanks to our sponsor of this fight, Balm Tattoo. Go to balmtattoo.com or like them on Facebook. You can also find them at 47 McCoy Street in Myaree. Been a great night of fights so far here at the Muay Thai Grand Prix. Beautiful Curtin Stadium here. Fighters putting on a show for the fans. And a couple of, still reckon that round 5 fight, the title fight before, was one of the best rounds that we'd ever want to see.
Leo versus Tim?
Yeah, Leo Nguyen versus Tim Mitchell.
Absolute cracker fight, wasn't it? They just kept coming at each other.
That was an incredible 5th round. One of the best rounds you ever seen.
I think both fighters were rocked in that last round too, and they just kept coming back, didn't they?
100%. Leo Nguyen basically was in control, had Tim Mitchell hurt, and then the elbows changed the course in the middle of that round. And then Nguyen was rocked with about 30 seconds left, but kept his feet, and hey, if he had went down, it could have turned another judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was a split decision. Here we go. We're going to go back here with Stephen KIRK taking on Doug Lloyd. And this is round 3. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. What I find interesting is that Stephen KIRK, we'll see if he continues to switch stance.
I wouldn't switch stances too often. He might lose his actual footing himself. So if I was him, I'd stay southpaw for a while, but I wouldn't be swapping like every sort of 5 to 10 seconds.
It's like he's already done it, hasn't he? Front kick there by Stephen KIRK. And nice overhand right by Doug Lloyd. I think Stephen KIRK is doing a good job of checking the kicks as well.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Hear that slap. You love hearing that sound, don't you, Kaylee?
On the body, on the legs.
Yeah, it's like slap. said, same pattern. Doug Lloyd walking forward and Stephen Kirk on the back foot. But he is scoring. Lloyd's got Stephen Kirk up against the ropes, but Stephen Kirk's moves and scores. It's working the jab so far this round by Stephen Kirk as well. Lloyd tries to find
nice
the elbow
there. Once the elbows start, then normally both fighters start throwing them.
They're more dangerous when a fighter goes on the attack, as you saw that. We were just talking about the round 5 where the elbows changed. But Leo Newell wasn't attacking like he was in the first 4 rounds, so that's how elbows can change the course of a fight.
You can see Doug's got that lock on around his waist again. Gloves are in nice and tight, and it's really hard to get out of that position. You can see Stephen sort of struggling to find any room to get out of it.
Coming to the end of round 3. Another entertaining fight in the Muay Thai Grand Prix.
Nice push kick there.
Going to make a statement at the end of the round. Here at ringside with the 4-time world champion Kaylee Reese. Join the action at fight 10 of the Muay Thai Grand Prix between Stephen Kirk and Doug Lloyd. How did you see round 3, Kaylee?
Pretty much like the previous rounds. Like I said, Stephen.
Very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, very similar. Stephen's on that back foot, but he's scoring. I feel like Doug was pushing forward a little bit more in that round.
Landed a couple of good elbows.
A couple of hard elbows. And I think he's got quite a bit of power too. Like what he throws really hard.
Correct. A couple of stretches there from Team GTG. Big shout out to Gavin Fuller there. There we go. Start of round 4. Schedule for 5. Thank you, Christo. I beat you to it. Time, and then we're on. Touch of the gloves. Straight away, Doug Lloyd goes on the attack. They exchange kicks, very similar pattern to the first 3 rounds. For the lock, but Stephen Kirk gets out of it. Elbow there, attempt by Kirk. And I think it actually got him. I think it grazed it, cut him open on the left round.
Just under the left eye, you can see that it's just cut him now.
So that was a very nice elbow. He's going to see that as a target. Nice punch by Lloyd. I don't think he liked that elbow.
His hands are hard. Doug's hands are really hard. He's got some great accuracy with them too. You can see Stephen now. He knows he's caused some damage.
He's going to see that as a target, but again, Doug Lloyd is a good striker, as you said, Kaylee.
He's also got that really good lock around the waist when he gets into the clinch. Stephen's going to have to find a way to make sure that he doesn't get locked around the waist. He needs to create some room so he can land some more elbows to Lloyd's face.
Another elbow attempt there. Oh, another elbow.
Another elbow.
That's
straight
made
on
it
top of
worse.
it.
He's landed 3 good elbows. Round 4.
I was going to say, is that Stephen's cut? But no, that's Doug's
That's
blood on his
Doug's.
face.
Yeah. Nice footwork there by Stephen KIRK. Again, nice elusive footwork. He resets and goes to the front leg kick and lands nicely. Nice round so far for Stephen KIRK. He sees that the elbows are working. He's looking for those openings.
He is looking for the opening. Doug's not taking a backward step though. He's still walking forward, which now he obviously needs to be careful of. He doesn't want to walk straight into an elbow.
There is a mark on the left eye of Stephen KIRK. There's probably an accumulation of punches that Doug Lloyd has landed. As you said, he's got heavy hands. And the elbow.
I'm covering my white shorts up here.
That's why I never wear white to the fights. That's a lesson for you, Kaylee Reese. You should know that.
I should have known that,
You
really.
should know that.
I thought I'm going out without the kids tonight. I won't have to worry about any grubby marks on my shorts. I didn't think about blood.
Oh, no. That's why I laugh at the people that wear white shirts. You're wearing a white short. That's the first for me, though. You're wearing a Staying Alive suit. That's the end of round 4. And
thanks for the fashion advice.
hey, you look great. I'm just saying, for the fights of ringside.
I'll wear black next time.
Black. Or dark grey.
Or dark grey. Or red. Red through.
Yeah, red. No, it won't show on that shirt. Or shorts. Yeah, you'll be fine. But yeah, I think that was a very good round for Stephen KIRK. The elbows worked a treat, and that'll give him a lot of confidence heading into the 5th and final round.
Yeah, and obviously the cut is going to score well with the judges too. Stevens caused some damage there to Doug Lloyd's face, so the judges will take that into consideration as well.
Lloyd is very lucky he wasn't cut on both eyes, because again, one of those elbows was on the opposite side of the cut
elbows, yeah.
and almost landed flush, so he's very lucky.
See Pinky up there, he's got his Vaseline out and probably some adrenaline popping it in there to slow the blood flow.
The advice now is probably to avoid those elbows and probably stick to the game plan, but just beware of those elbows. Legs getting a lot of work on both fighters. I did like the movement as well, even though Doug Lloyd was pushing forward, the movement of Stephen KIRK was very impressive that round. Looking forward to the next fight of Muay Thai Grand Prix as well. Darius Stout should be joining us at commentary. In the meantime, both fighters embraced for this one for the 5th and final round. Stephen KIRK taking on Doug Lloyd. Been a very entertaining fight. Brett Benetti here ringside with Kaylee Reese, the 4-time world champion.
So Doug Lloyd coming in with some massive hands there. His cut's just opened up again. You can just see the blood streaming down the side of his face.
And every time he comes here commentary, I can see you covering up underneath the table. Yeah, oh, there you go. Nice work by Lloyd, pushing the action, but another nice leg kick there by Stephen KIRK. Southpaw stance still. Didn't change chances too many times in that round either, did he?
No, he was stuck to his orthodox that round. It worked well for him.
Oh, he's got him down.
Nice sweep there.
Very nice sweep, but acknowledged by Doug Lloyd. So, yeah, that was very nice. Doug Lloyd pressing forward. He's not taking a backward step, that's for sure.
It certainly hasn't slowed him down, has it?
No. Again, that's why it's so impressive about this fight card tonight. All fighters in tremendous shape. work then by Stephen KIRK. Then that.
I have a feeling that Doug's actually got a little cut on the top of his nose as well. It seems to be sort of streaming down from the top of his nose.
I think you're right, Kaylee. And that's probably what's helped because of that left hand down the pipe has helped open that up. And that's good work by Doug Lloyd, catching the leg, almost getting that takedown. Trying to work the knees, both fighters, but well blocked each one. They're not getting anywhere with this. And I think Bill Seth will come in and separate them in a moment. And that's exactly what happens. Nothing much getting through for both guys then. But just hard work.
Still very similar to when they first started. Stephen's on the back foot, obviously, still scoring, and Doug's still walking forward.
It's been the same story across 5 rounds. Look at that movement, they're bouncing around, so Stephen KIRK, nice jab then. So peppering of that left hand. This is sending a message to Lloyd that he's still fresh, but I think Lloyd is very fresh as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should count the fight as theirs until the final, until the final decision's been read.
You're absolutely right, Kaylee, because we've seen it before. The judges might like a certain style better because Doug Lloyd is the one that's been pushing forward. And as we say that is the end of the fight. Both fighters embrace, very respectful. That's what I love about the sport as well. Both fighters will be confident that they've got the decision, but Stephen KIRK is the one that seems more confident at the moment. But here comes Doug Lloyd to congratulate and embrace the corners.
Yeah, he's definitely got a couple of cuts on his face there, one on the left eye and then one
They'll
on the
be
top
small,
of the nose.
they'll be basically patched up pretty quickly.
Another couple of cuts there for Paddy to stitch up.
Sunbird for Paddy Golden tonight. Coming up after this one, Terawat Hoysong taking on Jason Tran. Darius Stouch will be joining me in commentary for that one, and looking forward to that fight as well. It's going to be a very good battle. 3 by 3 minute round contest as well, so it's going to be very fast paced. Jason
Tran's got some really fast paced style fighting. I really like watching Jason fight, so that should be
this fight's made for him as far as the rounds are concerned.
Yeah, and 3 threes too. It'll be a great fight.
We're just waiting for Stephen KIRK to get adjusted, and let's send it up to Christo and hear the official decision. Well, there you go, Kaylee, split decision. So that's exactly what we were just talking about. Obviously, a certain judge would have liked the style of Doug pushing forward, and the other two probably liked the points accumulation
and the damage done to Lloyd's face. Yeah,
damage might have been the thing that sealed the fight for Stephen KIRK as well, but that all happened in the 4th round. That was probably the best round of the fight for Stephen KIRK for sure.
Yeah,
The rest of the rounds were very even.
Agreed.